Today we'll be talking about unicorns and alicorns and pegasuses.
Speaking of unicorns, you're wearing some unicorn headphones. Those are fancy.
Yes.
One has a pink horn, and one looks like a blue and yellow horn? A green horn? I'm not sure exactly. So are those alicorn headphones, or are those unicorn headphones?
Unicorn, because unicorns only have horns, and alicorns have wings.
Alicorns have wings, so they can
And
fly.
a horn.
Well, what is the difference between an alicorn then and a pegasus?
Because one has a horn and one doesn't.
Oh, a pegasus doesn't have a horn then.
Yes.
Does it have wings?
Yes.
Are they all magical?
Yes, because if they fly, they could be magical, and if they have a horn, they could shoot magic out of it and make rainbows. And unicorns could do that, just like alicorns. And unicorns could use their magic to fly.
Unicorns could fly even though they don't have wings?
Yes, they could use their magic to fly over rainbows.
Oh.
And they could also steal leprechauns' gold if they want to.
A unicorn can steal a leprechaun's gold?
Yes, because it's at the end of the rainbow.
What would they do with the leprechaun's gold?
Well, on St. Patrick's Day, we gave him Lucky Charm marshmallows that had clovers on them, and then he ate them, and he gave us some like lime slime that you couldn't eat, and it smelled really good. And one thing, he gave us chocolate coins, so I think the unicorns would eat the chocolate coins.
The unicorns would. Who gave us the chocolate coins? Was it the leprechaun or the unicorn?
Leprechaun.
Oh, the leprechaun gave us chocolate coins.
Because the unicorn couldn't make it yet because it was at school learning how to steal it. Because it's a big pot of gold.
Oh, okay. So is your favorite the unicorn, the alicorn, or the pegasus? Which one do you like the best?
I like the best the unicorn, pegasus, and alicorn. I like all of them.
You like them all the same?
Yes.
If you could have only one as a pet, which one would you choose as your pet? It's tough, huh?
A unicorn because I'm afraid of heights. So I could just ride it around like a pony.
Oh, have you ever ridden a pony?
No, I don't know what it feels like, but I have ridden at Knott's Berry Farm in the place, and it felt very smooth and ponies were putting it, and you could either sit on top or on the bottom. I choose it inside because it was hot.
And so what were you riding exactly? And not a pony, right? It was like a carousel, you mean, or?
It wasn't a carousel, it was real.
Oh, you rode a real pony?
No.
Oh, what was it?
It was sort of like a carriage, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay. So you rode the carriage at Knott's Berry Farm. Do you remember that time we rode the train at Knott's Berry Farm?
Oh, yeah. And they don't do very much but put your hands up and down.
Yeah, the bad guys, you mean, right?
Yeah.
All they do is tell you to put your hands up and down. Did you think that was funny?
Yes, and I especially thought the ride was funny because the bad guy was copying me what I was doing.
He was copying all the things you were doing?
No. He was looking at me and covering his ears like I was.
Oh, that's right. See, you were a little bit afraid, I think, of the train ride at first.
Yes.
But did it end up being scary when we were done, or?
No, it didn't end up being scary because the bad guys ended up walking away.
They just walked away into another car, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they're real bad guys?
No, I think they're people dressed up. And one time we were walking and then we saw a bad guy and we were walking back to Calico and they said, "Rob the bank for me."
Calico's the name of the town, right? The fictional town in Knott's Berry Farm?
Yes. And also I got to keep some gold.
You robbed some gold in Calico?
No.
Oh, okay.
We went panning for gold.
Oh, you went panning for gold. I thought you were saying you robbed some gold after the bad guys told you.
We don't do stuff for the bad guys, Dad.
Oh, we don't?
No. because it's bad and I don't want to do anything bad. And we do anything people ask us. And before, we also deliver packages.
In Calico?
Yes.
Do you know what was in the packages?
One of them were cookies and one was a sweater for the pet chicken, but I don't remember all the other ones.
I remember when we were in Calico, what was it that we were like on an animal hunt? Is that what it was?
Oh, yeah, but I don't like the snoring guy because I'm like, because I don't like the snores.
The snores, yeah. Were those real animals we were finding?
No, but one you could see the catawampus and the actual cat we saw before.
The catawampus and the cat. Yeah, I remember we had...
The catawampus had a baby, remember?
Yeah, I do remember one of them had a baby. You actually have the creature names down a little bit better than I do. I don't remember what they were all called. We found a lot of creatures, if I remember.
We found all the creatures, but except one of them that we fought that wasn't the fire one.
We missed one?
Yeah.
I thought we'd gotten them all. Interesting. Would you like to go back to Knott's Berry Farm?
Yeah, I wanted to go back there for Christmas because I was wondering what they were gonna do for Christmas because I wanted to see what they were doing, and for Christmas I wanted to go there especially because I really want to ride the little train.
Yeah, I think the things that we did in the summertime, they're not doing at Christmas. So like all the stuff we did, like the animal hunt, all that stuff happened in the summer, but at Christmas they do different stuff, I think.
Yeah, like at Halloween, people pop out and scare you like in a haunted maze.
Do you want to do that?
No, it's too scary.
It's too scary. You like to go around the neighborhood and look at all the spooky decorations that people have at this time.
Yeah, but some of them are scary. Like somebody puts up a ghost evil clown and it lights up and it makes noises, and I'm super scared of that at Halloween.
Are you really super scared of it? You walk by them every night.
Yeah, but I'm with my mom. That makes me brave.
That makes you brave being with your mom?
Yes.
Do you feel brave when you're with Dad?
Yes, I feel brave with everybody in the family even.
Oh, that's really sweet. We feel brave with you too.
Dad?
Yes.
Do you know that unicorn and alicorns could be related, but some of them aren't? Because some of them are different colors. Like they could be blue, pink, yellow, or green. All pretty.
Where did you learn so much about unicorns and alicorns?
I just saw them in shows and stuff, and I'm like, ooh, this is what they're about. And then I got a lot, but some of them, but I learned mostly about unicorns and not alicorns. I made up all their stuff, like they could also make magical rainbows and steal leprechauns gold. I don't know if they actually steal leprechaun gold.
You just made that stuff up?
Yes.
But it sounds interesting though.
I bet they can if they go over the rainbows.
Do you read any stories about unicorns or alicorns?
I read a story about a unicorn before.
Do you remember what the story was?
I don't remember what it was called.
Do you remember that we recently read a chapter book, but it wasn't any of those. It was a part...
Unicorn and half mermaid.
That's right. It was a unicorn and half mermaid.
You could really imagine what their name is because they're not real.
Yeah, but they're in the book that we read, that chapter book, they were called mermicorns.
I call them mercorns.
I know. We had a big debate on this, whether they were called mercorns or mermicorns. I remember that.
I also would call them unicorn mermaid.
Yeah, you would call them basically anything except mermicorn, which is what Daddy would call them. The book also referred to them as mermicorn.
I don't like it because it has murmur. Because it's boring saying murmur.
You don't like that sound? That murmur.
I don't like when
it's boring. You love the book.
I like the book, but I don't like the murmur.
We have read so many of those fairy books. There are so many books in that series. I can't even keep track of them all. I would say like we read.
Dad, do you know where we got the Mermicorn book?
No, was that one was not a library book, right? We own that one?
It was a library book from my school's library.
Oh, it was a library book from the school library. Okay. Because we own some of those fairy books. Some of them came from the library, but we own some. I can't keep track of them all. There's a million. We have at least one set and a few chapter books. Don't worry. Get your headphones.
Hold on.
Yeah, no worries. Of all of those different fairy books that we've read, do you have a favorite?
I have, so far I liked the emerald.
The Emerald Fairy?
Because I have a tiny emerald and it's fairy sized.
I think that might have been like one of the first ones that we read was that Emerald Fairy one.
Yes, but I have an actual fairy emerald in my gem collection.
That's right, you do have a gem collection.
And I have an actual emerald in it. It's green, it's rectangle, and it's also fairy sized.
Do you have any other collections besides the gems?
I have a button collection with so many buttons we need a jar for it.
We do. What other types of collections do you have?
I have a Play-Doh collection because I have lots of Play-Doh stuff.
Lots of Play-Doh stuff. Play-Doh's fun though.
I have a shell collection, and I have so much shells. I need to make room for them all on my windows because I have one on each window.
Yeah, you have a lot of shells.
And
That's
also
true.
my mom, it's filling the whole kitchen window, and plus she even needs to leave some out in her backpack.
Where do you guys get all those shells?
From the beach.
From the beach? You
And sometimes we put them in nail polish when they're perfect for it.
Said differently, sometimes you paint them with nail polish, right? You paint the shells?
We don't paint them with the brush. We get nail polish and water, and then we put them in. And when we take them out, they're all on it.
That's a crafty thing to do. That's clever. Are you making wind sounds? I sound more like Darth Vader than Wind.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a pretty good Darth Vader.
When I do this?
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it. That's a pretty good Darth Vader.
You never take me. Is that a good voice?
It's a pretty good attempt. Your voice is it's hard to compete with the depth of James Earl Jones' voice, but you did a good job. Now we're getting back into like wind territory, I think. That's pretty good. What else do you want to talk about today?
About rainbows.
Well, we talked a little bit about rainbows. I know that unicorns can create rainbows from their horn, and it sounds like leprechauns have pots of gold.
That they could steal and eat the chocolate.
That they could still need the chocolate, but you also said that you kind of fabricated some of that portion of the legend. You made some of that up, right?
Yeah, because they're not real, and I think they could if they wanted to.
They're magical, so I suppose they could.
Yes.
You should write a story about it. If you write a story about it, you can make them do whatever you want them to do.
I was going to write a story about a unicorn that met an alicorn, and they're like, "Are you a unicorn?" And then they kept mixing each other up, and then they kept meeting at the park, and they're like, "Who are you?" And they kept forgetting who the people were, and then one day they couldn't find each other at the park.
Okay. Don't give the whole story away. You have to write it down. Or is it going to be like a chapter book like the fairy books, or is it going to be a picture book? Do you want to draw pictures with it?
It's the chapter book that has pictures, but I didn't tell the story because you don't know what the words are even.
That's right. I don't know the words. I just don't want you to give away the end. I want to be surprised.
The end?
No, don't tell me the end is what.
I told you not. I said the end.
No
I was
spoiler
confused.
alerts. Oh, okay. It's okay. I'll still read it.
I know what I'm gonna do for the end.
What are you gonna do? Well, no, don't tell me. Keep it a secret. Especially because other people might listen to this and then they'll know the end. Are you doing Darth Vader sound or wind sound again?
It's the wind.
It's the wind.
That sound like.
So what are some things you want to tackle in future episodes? You want to talk about other mythical creatures, like things like dragons, Sasquatch, or where do you want the show to go?
They're gonna be like magical about creatures because I made up a name that was called Magic About Creatures.
Magic about creatures? Is that what you want to call the show?
Yes.
Magic about creatures. So this is Magic About Creatures, episode 1.
Yes.
With host Evelyn Jane.
I'm the first one.
You're the first one?
I was the first one to get here.
Yeah. This was your idea. You've had this idea for a while.
Yes, you keep forgetting that.
I'm not forgetting. That's not true. I didn't forget about it.
You said that a very, very, very long time.
Well, I said that we could do this, and we're doing it.
But we haven't done it in a long time.
I'll do it with you whenever you want to do it. As long as there's time. If you want to do it on the weekend, next weekend we could do whatever. What would the next show be about? Which creature? You could think on it. Because you don't have to pick it right now. You could pick it sometime during the week, and then we can...
I know what it is already.
Do you want to make people wait, or do you want to tell them?
I want to tell them it was going to be about dragons.
Dragons will be? Okay, episode 2 will be about dragons. That'll be fun. Don't you think?
Yeah, and I know a lot about dragons, but not as so much.
Well, that's okay. We could talk about it. We could talk about what you know. But next time. We won't talk about dragons this time. We'll save it for next time.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to talk about unicorns and alicorns?
Yes.
What? What do you want to talk about?
I was going to tell you that unicorn and alicorns are related, but they are not because one has wings and one doesn't.
Dude, yeah, I can see where you're going with that. I'm not sure how the species breaks down, I guess. But they also seem to have a lot in common with horses. So there's like a horse, a unicorn, an alicorn, and a pegasus. They're all very similar, don't you think?
They're not very similar because horses don't have anything. They don't have wings or horns. They just walk.
Yeah, but they look alike, don't you think?
Not to me. They only look like a horse with a horn and wings with a horn.
Other than the horn and wings, other than the horn and wings, I think that they're pretty identical.
Not for me.
Fair enough. To each their own. Are you all done for today?
Yes.
Okay. You want to say goodbye to everybody and say see you next time?
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.